Hi, I'm Ed.
I'm Al. And this is our Black Decker WeedHog XP.
What's wrong with it, Dad?
Well, as you remember, the other day when you were weed eating, suddenly the head stopped turning with any force, and so therefore it's not enough to cut any weeds. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quickly here. So as I push the button, so even though it does turn, there's not enough force in the head to cut any weeds, like I was saying. So Ed and I decided to look into it.
It's very important that the first thing you do is disconnect the power. Next, you want to turn it over, and with your Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 15 screws holding the casing together. Now, we've already removed most of the screws for the purposes of this video, so we'll remove these 3. Now, as you're removing the last screw, you want to make sure that as you're pulling apart the casing, you catch the little spring that'll pop out here, holding the button, the spinner button in place. Once you've got that, you can pull it out of the motor. Wait. You can see here that this belt looks pretty worn, and you see that these teeth are pretty much non-existent throughout most of the belt. It's real loose on there, so it can actually go around these gears without catching. So that's why we're seeing what we're seeing with the head not spinning. So once you take a look at the belt and you determine that's your issue, you can go ahead and gently lift up the motor, remove that belt there. Take a look at this belt compared to the new belt. See all the teeth in there? That's the way it should look. We ordered ours from ereplacementparts.com, but you can find them pretty much anywhere as long as you use the correct parts number, which is included in the description below. We removed the motor from the casing so we could get a little bit of a better angle on it. Now, first you're going to want to wrap the belt around the large gear before you line up the teeth and wrap it around the little gear. Go ahead and push that on there, Al. Nice. Now as you're replacing the motor, everything kind of lines up to a nice little space in the casing.
Reinstalling the motor, Ed. So you can see this bearing is in its place, and this also slides into this small cavity on each side of this, so it fits in there, it slides in easily, and it's all lined up.
So now we're basically reassembling the WeedHog XP here. I'm going to reinsert the shaft there. It's going to go in there pretty deep, so make sure you put it in there straight. There we go. Now from here to there.
So you can see we've reassembled the unit, making sure that the shaft and the head is in line with the handle. We put the 15 screws in here that, by the way, are all the same size screws, so you don't have to worry about what screw goes in where. There's also a screw in the handle, so don't forget about that. It goes down deep in there, but anyway, there are 15 screws. One goes in the handle, the rest of them go in the casing itself. So now, one other thing, be sure that you know that the screws are metal and the casing is plastic, so we don't want to over tighten the screws. make them just enough to where you know it's going to hold the casing together, basically finger tight, but not too tight to where the screws are going to strip out that plastic. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and plug it back in, and
we're going to see how it works.
This is the moment of truth, folks. Ready?
Don't try to stop that with your hand.
Hey, we hope this short video has helped you solve your weed eater problems. So, thanks for watching.
We're signing off. I'm Ed.
And I'm Al.
Happy weed whacking.